Hey you guys, welcome to the beautiful nature. I have a beautiful, beautiful lake behind me. As you can probably see, I have had a swim, very much needed. I just love cleansing by being in both the sea and the lakes. It's just fully immersing in the nature and opening to just let anything old go. Clearing, cleansing, and rebalancing. It's just amazing. I wanted to pop on with a quick video as we are entering a new month, which is going to be a bit intense, and many are probably feeling that there's been an intense week that we've been through. So I will do a bit of a personal share, and I will give some advice as I've been tuning in today and been asking of how we can best meet the energies and the changes and shifts that are coming. And as always, take what resonates, discard the rest. Always listen to yourself, listen to your own intuition, and whatever information you receive from the outside and the external, whether that's from me or anyone else or a book or from wherever, always come back to you. Feel what's resonating and take only what's in front of you, what resonates and what feels right for you. Now, for me personally, it has been a bit of a rough week. And what I've been shown is that we are going into and we are in, I will say, a bit intense energies now. For me, it feels almost like electrical. Just putting my hand out in the air, like wherever I am, it feels like I'm putting it into electricity. It's really important as we're moving forward now to stay in the physical body. So whatever way you find and you know from experience that you can do to stay in the body. Also really using the physical body, because that helps us grounding. That's really important. We're going to go through a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, and we have been for a while, but it's going to move us into maybe different paths than we have been on. It's going to lead us deeper within ourselves. It is going to make us come out more authentically, and it's really initiating a lot of awakenings in many people that haven't been on that path up to this point. So there's a lot going on many different layers, and there's a lot dissolving collectively, which will also make it so that it's energetically it's a bit chaotic. There's a lot happening, there's something being taken away, there's something coming in, activating. It's like there's a lot happening at the same time. And so many people will maybe have shifts in how they react to something. So be aware of how you are interacting with others. When there's something coming up in you, don't project it onto someone else. Try to stay as aware as you can while you're moving through shifts, while you're being triggered. We have massive opportunities right now to shift, to change, to grow. And this is a gift, though it's intense while we're in it. So when you hear that there's intense times and there's intense energies and there's a lot shifting and there's a lot of change, see how you react to that. Does it put you into like a survival, fight or flight type of situation or feeling? Do you feel like, oh my goodness, it's going to be intense, I'm just like going to just contract, I don't know what to do? Or are you meeting it, staying open? Because the more we can stay open in the body, the more we can stay in the body and open everything up, the energies will move through us and we will more easily let go of what's no longer to be in our lives, whether that's patterns, whether it's people, whether it's some thought structures, whether there's ways of doing something, whether it's a place you're moving from. No matter what it is, it's easier to let go of it if we stay open. Because when we contract, when we go into that resistance and that fear, we are just making it harder for ourselves. And so what I really want to convey in this video is, what can you do? What do you find is the most helpful for you to stay in the body? Because the more we can stay in the body, embracing that we are physical beings, embracing that this physical body actually needs to move, that it actually needs to, it's an animal and it's connected to the earth. The earth is activating, it's pouring out so much energy now, and it's communicating with a lot of points of energy in our bodies. There's a lot of things dissolving which we have anchored into our bodies energetically, right? So as all of this is happening and shifting, it's really important that we stay in the body. When we are in the body, we can actually work with it. We can move through it so much faster, so much quicker, and we can grow exponentially. So for me, for example, and this is not a recipe for everyone, this is just me sharing what I'm doing, that what I find working for me. And if you guys have something that's working for you to stay grounded, to stay in the body, that assists you, it would be lovely if you share in the comments, because then other people can also get the inspiration from it and new ideas. So for me, last week was pretty rough. And upon waking up this morning, I luckily have the possibility to just reschedule my day a bit and just leave it open to really do what I needed now. I tuned into the energies. I was looking at the energies as to how it is now and how it looks like it's moving throughout this week and the next week. And then there are different potentials of how things are going to be. So the most clear is the current, but it looks pretty. The different potentials are energetically not too different, let's say, the next coming weeks. So as I was looking at this and I saw these shifts, I saw it's almost like a storm, kind of. It's just like a lot of movement. There's a lot of like it's a lot of wind, like there's a lot coming up, there's a lot moving, there's from all directions kind of type energy. And so I really felt the need of coming much more back to my body, really grounding into my physical body, really opening up. So I started my day doing an hour of meditation. I thought I was going to do 20 minutes and I needed an hour. I was just moving through my whole body. I was connecting into my energy centers. Then I was just breathing and opening. I was going through the skeletal system. I was going through my muscular system. I was going into the nervous system. I was really just feeling into my body and what it needed. And I was breathing, opening where I felt that was needed, where I felt there was tension, where I felt something was sort of blocking, and I just stayed with it, not with an expectation of this is going to change everything, or and I didn't have any major discomfort either that I was working with, but just generally opening the body to allow for the energies moving through, and for my body to be in the space where it most efficiently can work with the energies. And so after I did that, a bit later in the day, I went and did some strength training, because that's something I find really grounds me, because it really makes me feel the physical body. It really makes me come in. It's really, really grounding. just using the body physically and just really feeling it, and also, coming out of any, thoughts running, and just it makes me feel really present and really into my body. So I did that, and then hydrating well throughout the day, really important. Listening to what my body needs and wants to eat. And then I went up to the nature, just grounding in the forest, and then having a swim in this lake that you see, which I just came up from. These are things that I find help me coming really into my body. I know that no matter what shifts are coming, no matter what energies are coming, whether they feel just amazing or they feel really challenging, I need to stay in my body. I know everything that is shifting on this path of ascension that we're on, it happens in the body. It doesn't happen out on an astral travel. It doesn't happen in my meditation. It happens in the body, and I have to use my awareness in every moment to find out how I best can support myself. I am my biggest resource if I stay conscious and if I stay aware. And so it is for all of us. We can gather information from the outside, we can ask, and we can receive guidance that can be very helpful. But staying present and really feeling into what you need and what you, especially I will say throughout this month, what you can do, and become really clear on it. What can you do to stay in the body? What makes you feel that you are in the physical body? If there's any trauma, for example, that we've been experiencing, it throws us out of the body. It makes so that our awareness, a part of energy, is just disconnecting from the body, because it's more safe to be outside the body than in the body. And so we're consciously now remembering that we are actually in a human body, and we're coming back, we're going to shift everything in this body, not outside of it. And so if we can stay focused and have a practice throughout this month, and possibly then finding out this, and this thing is working for me, this probably not so much, and we can have a practice also, of course, the coming months. But throughout this month, really get clear on what you can have excuse me, as a practice to get into the body, to stay grounded, because that's when you can use the shifts best. That's when you will stay, you will be less vulnerable to anything going on in this storm, right? Because you will be in the body. You won't be, thrown off as easily. And when you feel that you are getting thrown off your balance, then you have those practices to come back to actually come into the body, stay balanced, and stay with your body all the time. Maybe you have some meditations, doing breath work, staying in nature, having baths, moving your body the way you like to. Dancing, for example, for me is great, coming back to my body. It's just, moving everything. Because also when we are working a lot with energy, which I find, because my work is with energy, it's really important for me to also use my physical body. Because when I do that, it helps me ground, and it helps me hold all the energies coming through me when I go into a channeling, for example. When I work with clients, I need to embrace the physicality of this life and this experience. So the more I'm in the energetic world, let's say, the more I also need to to use my physical body and to be in the physical body. That's my experience. And so how much you do that, you find out what works for you. How you do that, you find out what works best for you. These are some suggestions, and maybe you have others that you can share. But remember throughout the coming weeks to have focus on your physical body. That's going to help you and assist you massively, and it's going to also give you more of a sense of trust towards yourself, because you're actually becoming your own greatest resource. I hope this is helpful for you guys. Please share if it helps. Thank you to everyone commenting, liking, subscribing. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys are doing well. I will see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed the nature around me. Bye bye.